£62 million move to Stamford Bridge, snubbing Mikel and Arsenal, an impressive debut cameo at Anfield, sitting down James Milner and the Liverpool defence, to then revisiting Mikel with the greeting of sinking him and his goalkeeper David Raya in front of Chelsea faithful. The 23-year-old, you would think, without any other context, that he's a superstar, performing for club and country at the biggest of stages. But it's fair to say, we are far from that. Mykhailo MUDRYK is struggling in Chelsea blue and has a huge season coming his way under new head coach Enzo Maresca. Today let's discuss all things Mykhailo MUDRYK, his strengths to his weaknesses, why his market value is tumbling downwards, the demands and philosophy of the new Italian arrival, and more. Now let's offer some context. The Ukrainian winger broke out as a star at Shakhtar Donetsk, with impressive renditions at the Santiago Bernabeu receiving applause from the Real Madrid supporters and a standout display at Celtic Park with a goal to top off his efforts. After joining Todd Bowley's £1 billion Blues with a contract length spanning until 2031, the promising 35-minute cameo at Anfield that excited viewers of a very stalemate game. Since then, we have only seen glimpses of his skill set and what he could be in a Chelsea shirt. At his best, Chelsea's number 10 is an explosive 1v1 specialist that thrives with space to run into. He excels at steering on the inside of a fullback, and when he circulates with the ball in central spaces, he's fast, he's fluid, he uses both feet efficiently with a solid vision when a runner is ahead of him. So why is he not living up to his enormous price tag? It's important to mention that most of Chelsea's attacking weapons are wasteful in the final third and have costed them several points, but it's also important to identify that there's been a key lack of coaching, organisation, philosophy and more, meaning the Ukrainian suffers from this environment. But to couple to that, MUDRYK has a very low footballing IQ and know-how of his role in Pochettino's reign at Stamford Bridge. He doesn't understand his role off the ball. He's raw, low on confidence, and is somebody who's made a big money move far too early in his career path, and he's clearly a 20-25 million player destined for a Borussia Dortmund, Leipzig or a Brighton-esque move. Detailing his performances on the pitch, he's been a poor decision maker in the final third when struggling to compose himself in a shooting position, often rushing his footwork, leading to an easy effort for the keeper to deal with. His dribbling is one of his strongest assets due to his explosive nature off the mark and quick turns and body feints, but he fails to protect the ball when moving forwards, meaning he loses it quite a bit under pressure. His eruptive speed sometimes allows him to recover the ball often when the ball moves from his close proximity, which is how he wins so many fouls. Off the ball, his work rate is pretty questionable, along with his anticipation, reaction time, track of player movements, and various different areas. He struggles to intercept the ball due to how slow it takes him to react to the ball flowing around him when it isn't glued to his feet running at a man. But overall, with the Argentine manager, off the ball he's struggled, whether that's down to Pochettino's lack of instruction to the young man or down to mentality, it's not quite good enough and won't be good enough for new head coach Enzo Maresca. Moving on to the Italian gaffer, his system enjoys explosive 1v1 wingers that hold width on the flank, cut inside, run at the fullback, find the underlapping runs from midfielders, but also work for him off the ball. Most noticeably, Leicester City's Ghanaian loanee Abdul Fatawu was almost a wing-back at times tracking back, and he works very hard under Enzo Maresca, leading to him flourishing for the championship winners. With Enzo Maresca being a real coach that will fill his players with massive tactical insight and philosophy into the understanding of their roles, learning to love the way he views football, this means MUDRYK will undergo massive development as an overall package, but he has to commit himself and give everything, because if he does, he will thrive and become a nightmare for Premier League defences. His mindset, off the ball work and patience needs to be straight and focused under Maresca, else his market value will continue to plummet and Bowley will have to assess his options with the Ukrainian. Personally, I hope to see the Ukrainian flourish and shine under Enzo Maresca, as he's a fantastic coach where the understanding given across to his players is to a great and very fluent level. But I worry for his Chelsea future. If Enzo struggles to translate what he wants across to him, then he may not have a very bright future at Stamford Bridge. Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you did enjoy today's upload, make sure to check out my other videos. I detail this level of footballing analysis on a weekly basis. So if you did enjoy, subscribe, check out more, and I'll see you next week.